Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states.
When you think of skyrocketing brands like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, it's easy to credit their success to great products, sleek branding, and brilliant marketing. But here's the overlooked secret. The real magic lies in the engine behind the scenes, the business powering their business. For millions of brands, that engine is Shopify, making selling seamless for them and shopping effortless for us. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Aloe Yoga uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/retail, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/retail to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/retail.
Now, a Christmas adventure for Doctor Who's faithful robot and Sarah Jane Smith, one of his previous assistants, K9 and Company.
Oh, I'm going to sneeze again now. First time today. I don't know why it's happening.
Since we started recording, you're allergic to us.
Why was James having a nap? What's happening?
Oh, no,
I wasn't.
I didn't see any, people weren't replying to me, so I was just...
Oh,
I just wasn't there. I was using the bathroom job.
He needs to be at my beck and call at all times.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't here exactly at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. You all need to have collars on, I can electrify you.
How dare you? There we are.
Wake up!
Oh.
Britain, an ancient kingdom with legends of violence, cruelty, and torment in its blood. Join your hosts, Ross, John, and James, as they bravely tread where few would dare. Witness their journey into the horrific history of British horror. They are the General Witchfinders.
Ladies and gentlemen, goblins and ghouls, welcome back to the 65th, Part B, episode of the General Witchfinders podcast. I'm James in Bournemouth in southern England.
I'm John Richard Haig Ingleson Monkman Pountney, and I'm here in South Wales, which is still in the south of Wales.
And I'm Ross Spencer Cleaver in Dorchester in southern England. And this...
named after Winston Spencer Churchill.
Spencer Tracy, actually. And,
oh, really?
Yeah. And this time we join K9 and Company.
Christmas on BBC One. Tonight, Elisabeth Sladen stars in K9 and Company.
K9! What do you think it does?
Well, we could try asking it.
Shump. You'll be taking it for a walk next. Hey!
Mistress!
Don't muck about.
It wasn't me.
I spoke, mistress.
What?
I am K9 Mark III.
Mysterious occurrences at Morton Harwood and suspicious circumstances cause concern for K9 and his new friends.
A dog! A dog belching fire! It got Peter! It got my son! I swear by Arianrod!
Bizarre happenings in K9 and Company, tonight at 5:45 on BBC One.
Happy New Year, everybody!
Yeah, this is our New Year's Eve episode.
Woo! Well, it's not Happy New Year then, yeah, is it? It's still like...
Well, okay.
Happy New Year's Eve, everybody!
That's it. Happy Hogman and an
What? Who's on with Jules?
Jules.
It's the Gorillas.
Yeah, and Ruby Turner.
And the guy out of... what was it called? Hot Sex or something?
It ain't half hot, Mum.
Oh, Roland Riveron, you mean?
Have you got any sort of boxing or fighting names that you go under?
I'm using Gilson Lavis today.
So there, we have it then. We have Mr. Gilson Lavis and Mr. Rolando the Gypsy Prince Rivron. Let there be drums.
Right, fantastic. Yeah, New Year's Eve's past there. Yeah. Right, so K9 and Company is a 1-episode television pilot.
So sad.
Produced in 1981 as a proposed spin-off from the British science fiction television series Doctor Who. It stars Elisabeth Sladen as an investigative journalist, Sarah Jane Smith, alongside K9, the robotic dog, voiced by John Leeson / John Pountney. Yeah. That doesn't say that in the script. I'm adding that in because, as I said, as far as I'm concerned, John is canonically the voice of K9. Both characters were former companions of the Fourth Doctor, although they never appeared together on screen before. The single episode, titled A Girl's Best Friend, was broadcast on BBC One on the 28th of December 1981 as a Christmas special.
God.
Thus, very timely from us, I've got to say, but the series was not commissioned beyond this pilot. The programme exists largely because Doctor Who producer John Nathan Turner was keen to bring Elisabeth Sladen back into the fold. His original intention in late 1980 was to offer her the contract that eventually went to Janet Fielding, with a plan that would see Sarah Jane travel with the Doctor during the transition from Tom Baker to Peter Davison, from Logopolis into the opening of season 19. Sladen, however, had little interest in returning, simply to reprise a role that would place her back in the same narrative position she'd left several years earlier.
In Croydon, and it wasn't even fucking Croydon.
At the same time, Nathan Turner was wrestling with what to do about K9.
Wrestling with a young man on it.
on a fact-finding trip to Amsterdam.
like Oliver Reed and Alan Bates in Women in Love. The character was hugely popular with younger viewers, but was technically awkward to film. And he felt that K9's presence made the TARDIS crew almost overwhelmingly capable. His solution was a child-orientated spin-off built around the character, although this would require a strong human lead. Sladen was the obvious choice. The role was pitched to her as a genuine evolution of Sarah Jane Smith, returning not as a companion, but as the central heroic figure. This was an offer that Sladen was prepared to accept. Elizabeth Clara Heath Sladen was born on the 1st of February 1946. After moving to London in 1970, she began securing television work, and her first credited role being a 2-part story of Z-Cars. She followed this with a role as a terrorist in Doomwatch before returning to Z-Cars and taking guest roles in Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, a touchstone of this show, and Special Branch. It was her work on Z-Cars that led her to being recommended for Doctor Who. When Katie Manning left the series in 1973, Z-Cars producer Ron Craddock, great name, put Sladen forward to producer Barry Letts. At this stage, the role of the new companion had already been cast. Comic actress April Walker had been signed
for the Time Warrior.
Mm-hmm. Correct, with the plan for her to debut in the serial The Time Warrior. Walker had a full contract in place and was being paid for the season. However, during rehearsals, things took an awkward turn. John Pertwee, who had not been consulted on her casting, felt that the pairing did not work. Over the years, it's been suggested that he felt that Walker was physically mismatched with the Doctor, including comments that she was too tall, and that even certain attributes, in inverted commas, may have taken the focus away from Pertwee, and that her on-screen chemistry was not what the production team wanted. So, as my dad would put it, was she healthy?
I think she was healthy. She had a nice pair of eyebrows, which Pertwee was worried that took the attention away from him.
Well, that's how they communicate on the planet Delphon. As fans of the Third Doctor will know, please.
As a result, the part was recast. Sladen attended the audition without realising it was for the new companion role and was struck by Barry Lett's thoroughness. She was introduced to Pertwee.
Sounds painful.
Exactly. She was introduced to Pertwee, who she initially found intimidating. As she spoke with the two men, each would discreetly signal approval to the other with a thumbs up whenever her attention was turned away. Sladen was offered the role and made her first appearance as Sarah Jane Smith in The Time Warrior. Yes. She went on to play Sarah Jane Smith in Doctor Who between 73 and 76, opposite John Pertwee, and then later Tom Baker. After leaving the series, she continued to work steadily in television and theatre before returning to the role in 1981 for tonight's K9 and Company pilot. Her association with Doctor Who resumed again in 2006 when she reprised the role opposite David Tennant before starring in the spin-off series The Sarah Jane Adventures. So they finally got one of them to work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which ran from 2007 to 2011. Wow, that went on for longer than I thought it did.
Yes.
Sladen was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in February 2011 and died on the 19th of April that year, aged 65.
Awful.
Having previously battled the disease in 1999. Her death was widely reported across the UK, including coverage on the BBC 10 o'clock news, rolling headlines on the BBC News Channel, regional coverage on Granada, and front page coverage in the Daily Mirror and Liverpool Echo. Obituaries appeared in almost every national newspaper. The first episode of Doctor Who Season 6, The Impossible Astronaut, aired the following Saturday and opened with a dedication to her memory. In 2012, the naming of the new companion, Clara, was interpreted by some fans as a tribute to Sladen, whose middle name was Clara. Then John Leeson, born John Francis Carpenter Christopher Ducker on the 16th of March. This is too much detail, Ross, some would say. He was born on the 16th of March, 1943, and he's an English actor best known for voicing K9 in Doctor Who and its spin-offs, and for playing Bungle in Rainbow. That's a mind-blowing fact.
Physically?
Yeah, he was the first Bungle before they changed. Do you know
the scary Bungle.
Yeah, the one that often comes up on social media.
Yes,
And that was him.
yes.
In the costume, that's not what he physically looks like.
No.
Okay. He first voiced K9 in the 1977 serial The Invisible Enemy under producer Graham Williams, who liked his character enough to retain him as a regular to appeal to younger viewers.
Yes.
Tom Baker famously disliked K9 as a character, although he got on well with Leeson. When Leeson appeared on Baker's edition of This Is Your Life in the year 2000, he entered the studio on all fours. Do you reckon everyone was pissed?
Yeah, probably.
They must have been for Tom Baker's This Is Your Life.
Yeah.
They must have been.
I reckon it's like Tom insists that whenever he sees,
Everyone.
he has to be crawling around on his hands and knees.
Yes.
Leeson grew concerned that voicing K9 without appearing on screen would limit future employment, and he left the programme after season 16 in 1979. That same season, he appeared on screen as Gene in the Power of Kroll. Okay, I'm guessing here. Yeah. David Brearley took over voicing duties for 4 stories, one of which was left incomplete due to a BBC strike.
Sharda!
I was about to say, that must be the legendary Douglas Adams penned Sharda, yes. Which, fact fans, if you don't know, he then used as the basis of the story Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency.
Did he really?
But,
yes. It's not like Douglas Adams to just reuse stuff over and over.
His ideas.
I didn't know that. Very good. Well done, Dougie, as I like to call him. Hey, Dougie.
When John Nathan Turner became producer in 1980, Leeson agreed to return before the character was written out. He also voiced K9 in K9 and Company, later returning for a cameo appearance in The Five Doctors.
The Five Doctors. Danger, Mistress!
Leeson's other credits include appearances in Blake 7, Rainbow as the original Bungle, Jigsaw, where he voiced the mascot Jig. Oh, wow, he's Jig. The Giant Bigham, and as part of the stunt team on Game for a Laugh. Whoa, I bet he's got some stories from that. The pilot also featured Colin Jevons, a ubiquitous presence in British television. He played Inspector Louis Lestrade in the ITV Sherlock Holmes series, starring Jeremy Brett.
I bloody knew I knew him from somewhere.
Adolf Hitler in Hitler's SS, Portrait in Evil. Max Quadrupline in the BBC television version of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Hooray! Second Douglas Adams reference. And appeared in Doomwatch, The Oblong Box, and the Doctor Who serial The Underwater Menace. Mary Wimbush played Sarah Jane's Aunt. A stalwart of repertory and West End theatre, Wimbush also played 3 separate roles in the long-running BBC radio serial The Archers, which my mum was a big fan of. Not so much anymore, I don't think. I don't know why, but...
Too
she
collapsed. Yeah.
Probably knowing my mum. She collapsed and died of a stroke in the arms of Alison Dowling. Played her daughter-in-law, Elizabeth Pargetta, immediately after recording an episode in BBC Birmingham.
No way.
Her screen credits include Elvira in Hammer's The Vampire Circus. The pilot was written by Terence Dudley, who served as a producer and writer on Survivors and Doomwatch, both of which we've covered previously, and who also directed the 4th Doctor story, Meglos.
Well done.
There we go.
No boons, I'm afraid, this time.
No boons.
No boons.
Right, okay. Right.
Well done, James.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good, James.
Thank you.
I had no idea, being a Doctor Who fan for most of my life, that John Nathan Turner wanted to bring back Liz Sladen to
I didn't know that either.
Handhold Tom into Peter. That's mad to find that out.
Where do we start?
Well, we're going to start with the titles, haven't we?
Well, yeah, which was so amazing. It feels like they were a spoof.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they're not.
No.
They're real.
What I want to ask, firstly, Cleves, what was the slot for this?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I've asked you that on WhatsApp earlier.
Yeah, but I didn't. Right. Well, I was on the toilet having a poo when I read that.
Oh, what a surprise.
What time? Did K9 and Company air on... $5:45.
5:45. So
I remember that being. I remember watching it on TV.
Do you really? Yeah. I don't remember.
I can't remember anything about it apart from
the
fact that it was on TV and it was it was K9 without Doctor Who. So I would have been 8.
So I think.
Whoa. No?
Would you?
No, it's wrong. 5.
No, you were way younger.
4 or 5. 4 or 5.
Yeah, you would have been like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
This was, you were born in 1977, so you would have been like 4. So yeah,
this must be like one of your first memories.
Yes.
I have never really placed it in the canon as being between Tom and Peter, and I think it's insane that the first bit of Doctor Who that was on after Tom had regenerated was this. Not Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Which I looked and I think Doctor Who didn't start till the next week with Castrovolva.
Yeah.
So mad scheduling. The title sequence is bonkers. It's not Doctor Who at all. There's no time tunnel. There's no TARDIS. There's basically Liz Sladen jogging or driving a soft-top metro.
I've never seen a soft-top metro like that.
Well, I tried doing
I owned one.
I nearly bought a brown one, which was augmented to carry a wheelchair in the back.
Yeah.
And
or a robot dog.
It looked a bit like the Pope-mobile.
Yeah.
Did Helen have to stand up in the back?
Sieg Heil out the roof. But I've never seen the Rover 100, which was the facelifted version of the Austin Metro, did come as a cabriolet, but I think this is that when the Metro first came out, a British car to beat the world was the slogan. Lots of companies did lots of tweaking. So Cooper, as in Mini Cooper, did a Metro Cooper for a bit. And so I think there must have been a company that offered it as a soft top, but they would have bought the cars from British Leyland and then done that work themselves. So you probably wouldn't have had a warranty with the car, I don't think. So it's quite mental to feature it in this program as some kind of... She could have been just driving a normal Metro. Why is she driving a soft-top Metro? I don't know.
It's exotic and like...
It's very exotic.
Yeah,
she's the woman of today.
Yeah.
Yes!
That's what it's mad. Yes. They filmed on an overcast day. Like
in the Cotswolds.
Yeah.
Like the most English day imaginable.
In the evening, so it's quite dark, and everything looks grey, and it looks like it's just stopped raining. And it's just like, and the editing is as if like it's Magnum.
Yes,
but it's just awful.
And she sat in a pub kind of porch typing while she drinks a glass of wine and stuff.
And there's lots of kind of like photo shoots, sort of her sort of standing next to the car.
Yes.
And K9 like up on top of a wall. How did he get up
there? With his wheels just like
completely on display,
skidding on nothing. It's great. It's just great. Everything about it is great. It's in my head now. So we saw who wrote the theme tune, didn't we?
Yes.
No, who wrote
Ian Levine, the most toxic of all toxic Doctor Who fandom.
Super fans.
Whoa! Okay.
The king of super fans who did the infamous Doctor in Distress single of 1985, I think it was.
What, to try and keep it on the air?
Yes.
Okay.
With like TV's Faith Brown, I don't know who else, Colin Baker.
course.
But he's still going, and I think he's now trying to use AI to do the lost episodes and all kind of shit.
He managed to get a job, didn't he? Being like that, sort of like fan consultant.
Yes.
Yeah. He's
one of many fantasists who are Doctor Who fans, who are like...
That's what fan stands for.
Yeah, in Doctor Who's case, it really does, yes. Yes.
22 years ago, there was a police box in a junkyard. We didn't know where it would go.
An old man took two teachers into time and space.
It started all the legend that no other could replace.
Doctor in distress, let's all answer his SOS. Doctor in distress,
Yeah, but he paid recently because his original conception for that theme tune was to be a full orchestra, and he recently paid a full orchestra to record it. I've got a link to it, so I'm going to put that
so
on.
Much. Oh my God!
I'm pleased people have got money to throw about.
Yeah, he's got loads of money, and I don't know why. I don't know what his job is or anything, but he's just a lunatic. There's a famous picture of him sat next to a TV, and he smashed the screen in with a hammer, and it's like, I've smashed my TV in because I want more vengeance on Varos and whatever. Colin Baker.
Lady Doctors.
Lady Doctors. I love the music, despite Ian Levine. I just love everything about it, and the
tech specs of being drawn on very sort of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Or a bit like Megatron turning into Galvatron to continue with last week's theme.
Transformers theme,
Christmas Eve's theme. Sorry,
yes. I also thought bearing in mind, out of us three, I'm the non-Whovian, and my experience of Liz Sladen is only minimal. And what I put is early Liz Sladen was very attractive.
Oh my God, what an absolute hottie, Jason!
I thought, wow, she's because I was aware of her, when she was older in Sarah Jane Adventures and things like that. I was like, oh blimey, okay, right, in the early 80s, yes, she was, and I can see why John Pertwee gave her the thumbs up.
Well, absolutely,
as it were.
She, I think all kind of heterosexual male Doctor Who fans have always been in love with Sarah Jane.
All 2% of them.
As the archetypal companion, really. And I don't think anyone really has bettered her in terms of, firstly, acting ability, or in terms of just embodying a companion and being totally believable in that. I think she's just the best by far. I think Sophie Aldred as Ace is probably a close second in season 25, season 26. But I think Sarah Jane is just the dog's bollocks.
The top.
Yes.
Yep. Brilliant.
She is the top. And this is like her outfits in this. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like autumnal M&S capsule wardrobe.
Very 80s.
She looks
very
so
80s.
cool.
It just reminds me of all the catalogues my mum used to have, like Goodmans and Little Woods. What do kids want? What do kids really want to see? At 5:45, in between Christmas. So, what's appropriate tea time viewing for?
I'd say satanic worship.
Yeah, straight away.
A full-on satanic sacrifice. That's exactly what.
Straight into it.
It was a different time, wasn't it?
It's incredible.
And my note for that later on, this is what the kids want to see when they're having a long discussion about soil.
Yeah. I have to say, I didn't understand the kind of merits of that sequence. Besides the show that K9 could do all this kind of
do soil samples.
Yeah. So you've got this sequence with these ruins at night, and then you've got these very lanky kind of goat-headed people
Yes.
Doing stuff.
And then you have the hooded character who it's meant to be a surprise who it is, speaking with the voice which you can clearly recognise from the character later on, which is...
To be honest, the reveal at the end was a massive shock to me. Honestly.
It's the only other female character.
All the way through, I was like, who is it? And then I was like, oh my God. So yeah, we got the lanky goat's heads. We've got some kind of thing going on. We've got people unusually for a scene like this being kind of pinpointed, haven't we? So we see Colin Jevons' character quite soon.
And we see the young lad in the leather jacket sort of peeping through a window.
Yes.
But these are ruins where there's just a little bit of a wall. So he would have had to walk across a completely revealed piece of
area,
it to be able to peek through the window.
Yeah.
Unless he's been hiding there for hours.
Hours. I don't think you need to worry about that with all of the stuff that goes on in this, Cleve.
No. But just before we get into full Whovian mode and all that, I just have to say is that what surprised me about this was that one of my great things that I'm really into and enjoy reading about, along with like why do people believe in conspiracy theories, is the satanic panic. I find that fascinating, and the whole like how the satanic panic took a grip in the States. And I suddenly realised this is all exactly the same time.
Yeah.
This was so I was like, wow, this is like the UK satanic panic, and it's involving K9. It's bad,
completely tangentially involving K9. It has no impact on the plot whatsoever.
You could have this story without K9.
I don't know.
It's almost like it was almost like they had like a script hanging around somewhere and just went, well, this dude.
John is holding the K9 annual from that year. John, am I right? All the stories in there are actually satanic.
Not from that year.
No.
From 1983.
Oh, okay.
To be honest, I don't think I've opened this for 30 years. So I need to try and...
I opened it when I went to your house to watch the premiere of Rose, and we got out all your Doctor Annuals and laid them all out in front of the TV like a little shrine.
To try and draw strength.
To will it to be good.
It obviously worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty wild. There's quite a lot of satanic worship in here.
Yeah.
There's also there's also a sequence of illustrations where Sarah Jane Smith is driving a red Austin Allegro.
Maybe she had a collection of cars they were planning to put in.
But all British Leyland, a bit like my family.
Yeah.
But she seems to be driving it through a hedgerow. I'm not sure why she's done that.
The other thing that's amazing, and when I see those old annuals, I'm like, oh man, how things have changed. Look how much text there is on those pages.
Oh my God, imagine that. There's a feature here about...
just read that, kids.
There's a feature here about digital television. And how many channels we'll have with digital TV.
At least 10.
And then...
Let's say, like, imagine it.
For you then, James... There's a thing about Rubik's Cube starring Emlyn Hughes and Andy Gray.
For our non-British listeners, those are two stalwarts of the English professional football game.
Two of the greatest footballers. Well, one of them is one of the greatest English footballers of all time.
Yeah. Well, I've been on my friend's podcast, Doctor Who Too Hot for TV, talking about the Doctor Who 1977 annual, and recently they're doing every day in December, they're doing a different annual story with different people, and I was on there doing a John Pertwee one. But what page you had, there was one of the examples which they do throughout where they think, okay, we will print black ink on very, very dark blue, so you can hardly even see what the image actually is.
Yes. But it does have a strange effect of horror and kind of foreboding over you.
Yeah.
That does, I mean, imagine getting this for Christmas, being engrossed in this.
But my memory of that annual is...
What is the secret of the standing stones?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this is a 2-page feature on Stonehenge.
Yeah, because what we've worked out is that the people who made these annuals just had certain like features, which that would probably be in Hotspur annual as well. And whatever they can reuse and put in other things. Because apparently in one
UFOs, is this the answer?
Yeah. So, but they think someone saw K9 and Company and go, okay, well, obviously K9 from now on is just going to be about Satan and the occult.
Yes.
Grand Witch Hecate from
Look at these illustrations.
Wow.
Chilling. Absolutely chilling.
Apparently in some annual, which isn't Doctor Who related, there's a picture of Davros with a mohawk where they've just lifted the illustration of Davros from a Doctor Who one and reused it.
Amazing.
Anyway, sorry.
Where were we?
We were at the initial satanic rite, which has been
yes, not the satanic rites of Dracula, the satanic rites of K9 and Company,
right. Which was it. And then we cut to what's the next thing kids want to see? How about some women in their 70s just talking about positions in a university in America
and puffing on a king size ciggy as well. Because I think we as a generation still don't see cigarettes.
No,
they're just someone smoking is just like, what? Well, we're just like, oh, it's a cigarette. Whereas now, I think younger people are like, oh my god, that's disgusting. And I also what I loved about the set that they're in there. So this is Sarah Jane's aunt Lavinia,
who's been was often mentioned in Doctor Who but never seen.
Yes, that's right. Is sat by a hi-fi and like a VCR and a TV, which I was like, whoa, what a
that combo!
What a home system setup.
I'd buy that off of a Gumtree and it would come and it would stink of fags. And when I turned it on and it got hot, and I'd have to throw it out.
Yes, you need to use
pages from Ross's diary there.
Yeah, you need to clean it with like T-cut to get all the tobacco stain off it.
Oh,
yes, so they're talking. Yeah. So we haven't seen Sarah Jane yet. We've seen this satanic rite. Then we've seen her aunt and her friend chatting in basically the set from To the Manor Born.
Yeah,
yes,
but kind of redressed as the lounge of Sarah Jane's aunt, talking about her going to America to do some kind of book reading tour or something.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and she has to point that she is a scientist.
Yes.
So I don't know if she would have been a recurring character or maybe someone who maybe...
Well, I like to think she would have been.
The voice of reason.
Someone, Sarah Jane could consult, or like the adventures would come through from her aunt's scientific investigations.
So she was like Scully, like the X-Files.
Yes. We should definitely, at the end of this, think where they could have gone with this next.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they're chatting and you're introduced to this other lady who basically it's a Tory set of people, isn't it? It's very posh, landownery type people who are all a bit like, well, you're just hysterical. Why don't you go home and put your feet up? When things are obviously happening that are quite strange, having your telephone cut off and your cousin or whatever he is, nephew, kidnapped.
Yeah.
People are like, these things happen all the time around here. Why don't you just go and have a nice hot bath or whatever?
And they mentioned, Lavinia mentioned she's got a ward at this point.
A wart?
Yeah,
a ward.
A ward, yes, like a ward of
young
court.
Teen boy.
So what is a ward? Because I thought it was something to do with like you kidnapping someone else's
like when you're an orphan, I think, isn't it?
You're made a ward of the court.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think
that thing of like.
She has to look after him as his closest relative if he's an orphan. I think.
Oh, right. So it looks like he's lost his parents and
he's in a boarding school, isn't he?
So Ross in Batman, Dick Grayson is Bruce Wayne's ward.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, but he wasn't left to Bruce Wayne. I think Bruce Wayne just kind of said,
not left to him.
Come and live with me.
He adopted him. Yeah. Come and live with me.
It's like adoption, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's some kind of... I think it's quite archaic now. You don't really hear about it now, but it's like a Victorian novella kind of thing quite often, isn't
it? Yeah, very Dickensian.
Yes.
It's got that Dickensian vibe.
Yeah, like the woman in black would have a ward of court in it.
Yes.
Not a wart of court, which is quite a different...
It's after this sequence that we see George Tracy, the character George Tracy, and I've just put that this guy is an absolute BBC...
stalwart.
Yes, that's the word that I've written, John. He is a British TV stalwart, this guy.
He's one of Lestrade in...
Yes. Even though in the Jeremy Brett version, and I've noticed recently, they always say Lestrade. Because I've been rewatching that, and they always call him Lestrade, which I've always been like, no, it's Lestrade, but there we are. Yeah, so that's where I've known him from. And straight away, you can tell he's a rough piece of work, can't you?
Up to no good.
Yeah, I was sure he was like a rat or something in Box of Delights, but
he's been in.
You're not going to explain that statement to anyone?
No.
Okay, there we are.
If people listen to this, they know what Box of Delights is, don't they?
They know what a rat sounds like, don't they?
Yes.
They know what a rat sounds like, country boy.
Yes. And then also, so we see him kind of noodling around, and he's clearly up to no good.
Yes.
And then Sarah Jane she arrives.
Looking luminous in like russet kind of cape. And I'm just like,
lots of material.
Amazing kind of...
You can drive it now. I have to take my coat off to drive the car, let alone the amount of material she's got on.
It's quite a Bespin Cloud City kind of vibe for that era of like, wool. And I was just like, whoa, what an outfit. It made me think very much of June Hudson's Tom Baker season 18 outfit, which would have been the previous Doctor Who season to this, which is my favourite Tom Baker outfit. But apparently it's not. It's someone called Anne Arnold, who I couldn't find much about. She did the costumes. But I think, to be fair on this, they smashed it out the park with Sarah Jane's outfits. She's got.
It is quite Doctorish, isn't it? Particularly,
it's very Doctorish. It's quite eccentric. She has a different outfit in every scene, pretty much, that she's in, like a different coat or a different jacket or a different dress. And I just think, wow, they did an amazing job with kind of like, I don't know if they were specifically designed for her or if it was stuff that was available kind of, in shops at that point. But I would love to know how that all worked out.
She's wearing the sort of thing a posh bird Del Boy would pull like a wine bar or something, isn't it?
That's an inverted commas posh bird.
Yes, of course, yeah.
An episode of Only Fools and Horses.
Yes, yeah. He'd take her to a wine bar and she'd ask for white wine, and then people would hoot with laughter in the audience.
Yeah, when he tries to order in French or something. So there is a...
Hold on. Before we go on, earlier John did say I've met so many of the people involved in this, so I think this is a point to say. Did you meet her, John?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I did, absolutely. And what's insane is that I met her and Katie Manning at the same time, but I met Katie Manning again. And she came to my own recording studio much later on, Katie Manning.
Fantastic.
Which was a very strange experience, and she only wore gloves.
Nothing else.
Nothing else? Sorry.
She wore gloves and lots of other clothes. But so I met heartbreakingly lovely Liz Sladen, and just the kind of loveliness that emanated from her was really something. And you meet lots of famous people and then they're just tossers. And she was really lovely. So I did the press photo for when Katie Manning and Matt Smith's Doctor came into the Sarah Jane Adventures. And I have absolutely no idea what that episode is called. Do you know, please?
It's something like
something of the Doctor.
Death of the Doctor.
Yeah.
Because they go to his funeral. Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've never even seen it. Yeah. But basically, where I live now, in Treforest, by Pontypridd, is not far from a place mysteriously named Upper Boat. And it is Upper Boat that used to be the location, the studio location for Doctor Who and Sarah Jane Adventures at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It had like massive hangars and just loads of space. And they had a cafe there, which was called the Blue Box Cafe. So I went there to do a read through, and then I went to do the photos of Liz and Katie Manning. And it was a really nice, weird morning. And for a long time, I kept the bottle of water she drunk from because I was so starstruck.
Oh.
I'm not starstruck very often. But when it's someone like that, I was just like, wow, this is...
I did the same for Louise Wiener when I saw her in Portsmouth.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states.
When you think of skyrocketing brands like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, It's easy to credit their success to great products, sleek branding, and brilliant marketing. But here's the overlooked secret. The real magic lies in the engine behind the scenes, the business powering their business. For millions of brands, that engine is Shopify, making selling seamless for them and shopping effortless for us. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Alo Yoga uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/retail, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/retail to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/retail.
It was Death of the Doctor. I'm so amazed they pulled that out of my ass.
Yeah.
Was that
Considering you couldn't remember earlier something I said to you that was literally like something we watched like 6 months ago.
So that read-through was that the one where you played K9?
That was a read-through where I had to do K9's lines.
Amazing.
So you did K9's lines in front of Liz Sladen?
Yeah, I did.
Which, again, I'm saying canonically, this makes you one of the voices of K9, John.
That's very strange, isn't it? I've had a really weird life. I don't know how I ended up doing that, and I just was there. Yeah.
Have we also pointed out to our listeners that part of your project as an undergraduate art student, John, was to build a working replica of K9?
I don't know if we pointed that out before, but I'm still getting over that, James. When I came back to college the following year and found someone had thrown it in a skip.
What?
Yeah, exactly. So bad times.
Outrageous.
Yeah, some of our tutors were absolute cunts.
Well, one day a crate would be delivered to your house.
No, one day I'll hear that they've all died, and then
they're all dead. They are dead.
I will have a nice glass of wine. And I will think, I'm still alive and you bastards are dead. Yeah, so basically, it is. That absolutely is going in.
Keep that in. I love that.
Clive would be listening to this one.
Oh, Clive's fine.
I hope so.
Dr. Clive never threw K9 in a skip, but someone else must have done. So basically, one of my projects in college in 1998 was to build a replica of K9. I'm not even sure why, James. And then I guesstimated his size on our meeting with Tom Baker the previous year in Blackwell's in Cardiff. Yeah, Blackwell's in Cardiff. And I thought, right, so I built this K9, and it was literally double the size of K9, wasn't it, Cleves? It almost came up to my shoulder. It was like a pony. Huge. We unveiled it. It was all to do with nostalgia and different things. And we unveiled him out of a wreath of dry ice smoke. He had flashing eyes, and he had remote control ears and all sorts of stuff. And then someone threw him in a skip and smashed it to pieces. And it must have cost me a fortune to make. But yeah, that was weird and shit. But it was in Doctor Who magazine.
Was it?
Yes.
Yes,
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah.
So go and look at it. John's pictures are in there.
Yeah, photographs of him were in Doctor Who magazine, and a copy with Peter Davison on the cover.
Oh, that narrows it down.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff we can put out with this on the socials to do with this episode, isn't there?
Well,
I'll try and find that Doctor Who magazine and put it somewhere.
Okay, so back to the plot.
Brilliant.
Where were we?
Back to the plot. There isn't much of a plot, but it's entertaining. It's super entertaining.
Art Lavinia, is that her name? Yeah.
Yes.
Is complaining that a blue crate was delivered to her house many years ago, and Sarah Jane is yet to pick it up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Does it play that music on a synthesizer?
I think so.
At some point?
It's something they
I don't. I didn't hear it.
Oh, it doesn't, does it?
Well, in my head, it did, and it's something sorely missed from the war between the land and the sea.
Yeah.
And then when Sarah Jane comes to the house and Art Lavinia has been summoned away, because we think they did that was what the satanic ceremony was at the beginning, was to get rid of her. Was that correct?
Yes. We see a photo of her at the start, don't you? We should have said that. For some reason, in this satanic rite, they've got some kind of headshot of her on like old-fashioned photographic paper that they throw in the
Yeah, which you think it's going to kill her, but it's actually just sends her to America.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they kind of crossfade then to her, the same photo on the front of a newspaper, which is saying she's going to America. And I thought, what kind of newspaper makes that front page news?
That is local newspapers in Britain.
Yes.
Right there.
Local
Small
woman travels to America.
Yeah, the following day was Patrick Troughton being speared to death outside the church of the Omen.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So she gets a phone call from the ward, who's the young boy, can't remember what his name is
Sarah Jane then goes to the house, meets Colin Jevons, goes into the house. She kind of settles in, and then she gets a phone call from, what's he called, James? You will have noted this down.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Bradley. Is it Bradley or something like that?
Yes, what I did notice, though, is, for fans of old phone numbers and our old touchstone of 1 foot in the grave.
4291.
There you go. Vixen Eldrew's phone number is just 4291.
Yes.
Amazingly, the phone number here is just 3 778.
Yeah.
778.
Well, it probably had a prefix, which would have been like 2.
But even still.
I remember my friend Steph lived in Kenilworth, and their phone number for years was only 5 digits.
Whoa.
And that was 58531. And then they added an 8. So it was 858531. 01926 858 531. Don't ring that because it's probably still her mother's phone number. Yes. So yeah, that's and then she goes and picks him up, and he complains about being a boarder and stuff, doesn't he, in a boarding school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Quintessential English kind of
tough.
You only ever saw, apart from Grange-Hill, you only ever saw kids on TV who went to boarding school.
Yes. And hated it, and then it was Christmas.
Yeah.
And then they got involved in they got involved in some kind of adventure.
Yeah.
And why isn't that on TV anymore? I tell you why, because everything's gone fucking woke.
And then
everything it'll be fucking working class kids now who haven't got something to eat for Christmas. And
effing and jeffing.
They'll go on a Christmas fucking mission with someone like Stephen Merchant, and they'll end up
a gangster granny or something.
Yeah, disgusting, absolutely filth.
We need an irony sound to make sure that people don't get. So then they open up the box, and inside is
K9.
There he is.
And then there's lots of very complicated, probably very out of date.
The computer talk,
rundown.
Where he's like, "What's your bus and what's this and what's that?" Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
All the stuff that really disappointed me about computers when I was a kid. I could never get computers to do anything other than just play games. Whenever I tried, it was just way too complicated.
I was always like, I had an Amstrad, and I was like, what is the point of it? It doesn't do anything.
No.
You type things into it, and it doesn't do anything.
I can't break into NASA with this.
No.
I can't force the stop and go characters on traffic lights to have a fight with each other.
That's a Superman 3 reference, by the
way. Rubbish.
I can't pour champagne into it and make it fall in love with the woman who lives downstairs.
From that, we find that K9's brain is made out of some kind of crystal that needs to be read with a laser.
Some kind of hologram memory.
Hologram, yeah. So that's good. That's interesting to know. And then at what point then do we meet the partner of Aunt Lavinia, who is played by Bill Fraser? But then I was like, what he actually means is business partner, not partner in the modern sense.
Well, yeah, or it might, it just might be a friends with benefits kind of setup.
What does that mean?
It's someone you just have sex with.
God, I don't think.
Comes in, stuffs his pipe, lights up,
falls asleep.
Makes the person, oh, fucking hell, my beer.
Ross's beer has exploded.
Oh, no.
That's got my special felt covering of my desk all wet.
Your felt cover?
Covering.
What's that for?
Oh, it's nice, isn't it?
What does it cover?
The top of the top of the desk. That's going to stink of booze now.
First of all, it was old stereo stinking of cigarettes. Yeah. Now it's desks.
It's felt cover. I've never heard of the like. There we are.
Spend a lot of time on this desk. I need to make it
nice.
They keep talking about a wire, which is, I imagine, is some kind of like telegram or something.
No, cable. They're talking about
cable. That's it. Yeah.
Yes. So that would have been like stop. And then you would have read it, and it would have been. I remember once I was in Scarborough Indoor Market downstairs about 25 years ago, and I found for sale a load of old telegrams from Freddie Parrotface Davis.
Who's that?
You don't remember Freddie Parrotface Davis? No. He was massive in the 80s.
Was he just famous for having a parrot face?
Well, he looked like a parrot.
Right.
But I think it was a lot of Christmas telegrams to him, maybe appearing in Scarborough in one of the in like a panto or something.
What was it? What was he, like a comedian?
He was an entertainer. Yeah. Google him, please, for fuck's sake. You Google everything else while you sat there. So that's what it is. Because she's tried ringing Aunt Lavinia, international call, and she hasn't got through. Because I did question if she even knew where Aunt Lavinia was, because she keeps saying, I don't know where she is, and then she tries ringing her in America, which is quite a big place, isn't it? So it's like...
But ultimately...
Do you know who he is now, Cleves?
Yes, I recognise him.
But he appeared in Poole Leisure Centre in 1985.
Yeah. So, but I don't understand, but I don't know ultimately where that whole storyline went.
Well, it's a kind of a MacGuffin, isn't it? It's like the main story that brings Sarah Jane in is my aunt has disappeared, but actually then what she uncovers is this like coven of witches and weirdos and stuff, which is, you know, the Cotswolds to a T. Yeah, and then we've got lots of stuff then about the soil samples and other things. I felt quite tearful when K9 was revealed.
Oh,
as a shape, he's so familiar, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and you're just like, God, what a brilliant Matt Irvin, who I think designed him and built him. Should have had more credit really for designing something which is so kind of iconic and relatable, even though it's literally just like a robot dog.
Even though I just read it off of the script,
yes,
brain like a goldfish. What year was K9 introduced?
77 or 78?
I was about to say, was this a reaction to like R2-D2 and Star Wars? Was it like, let's get a robot in?
It's hard to say because it must have been a pretty instantaneous. We're going to have to investigate this properly, James, so hang on.
While you're doing that, I was just looking up Freddie Parrotface Davis.
Yeah.
And he was in the Buster comic as
was he?
Yes, with his adventures of Freddy and his boogies, which is like a weird spelling of budgies. And he appeared in television commercials for Mars Trill Birdseed with the slogan "Trill makes budgies bounce with health." And he was in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
What?
He was in Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban.
Was he really?
Yeah, I imagine it was like a very small.
When did he die? Or is he still alive?
Hasn't got a date of death on here.
Good God. When was he born then?
1937, he's 88.
Oh my God, fathers. I thought he must be long gone. If I'd found telegrams from him or to him like 25 years ago, I thought he must have died.
I think you need to go and get those back to him.
Right, so The Invisible Enemy was from the 1st to the 22nd of October 1977.
Yep.
And Star Wars, I'm going to have to put the fucking New Hope in, aren't I, now, to find, even though it's literally just called Star Wars.
Star Wars.
When did that come out? That came out in December in the UK.
Yeah.
So K9 actually did predate R2-D2.
So the question you should be answering, James, is R2-D2 based on K9?
It came out in May. Star Wars itself came out in May in America. But I unless anyone was on holiday, they wouldn't have seen it there, would they?
Well, I think it was a huge cultural thing, and I think like by the time it was released in this country, people were like were aware that Star Wars was coming, and this is what Star Wars looked like.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
that's interesting to see if that is a device that they would have utilised to bring in K9 as a thing. He belongs to some kind of doctor in the future in The Invisible Enemy, investigating some kind of space disease. I have never seen it on TV, and I haven't read the book for an awful long time. But that's the story he joined in.
Just the last thing I would say is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Freddie Parrot Face Davis released 8 singles, including the ballad of Harry Ramsden, and had 2 albums. Yeah, there we go. She goes to see the Sarah Jane goes to see the Postmistress.
Yes. Who's also in an amazing interior, which just makes me think of my childhood.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably a redressed lounge from All Creatures Great and Small.
Yeah, this feels very All Creatures Great and Small.
A dog was put down in front of that fire.
This is what people listen for.
They should have brought that back when they redid it on Channel 5, shouldn't they? With what's his name's son, Robert Hardy's son. Is it Robert Hardy's son or no? The other one, the other son, the one, you know, the one on the canal boat. Timothy West's son, Samuel West.
Yeah,
there we are. We got there in the end.
Fred West's brother.
From my watching, I remember that there's like the satanic cult basically send the boy who was watching. He's like trying to get inducted into the satanic cult.
Yes,
and he gets sent round to basically try and do over Sarah Jane and or the young boy.
Yes, not knowing that K9 is involved now, James.
Yes, no, and it's the first instance of K9 basically blasting one of them with a nice early 80s nose laser effect.
Yes,
and I've put down that the boy delivers the line, "Why did you attack me?" And I said that he somehow managed to deliver that line with negative emotion. It's the most stilted delivery I've ever seen of a line. It's incredible.
Yes.
And that's just my main thing I've got from that, really. And I'd lost track by that point.
Colin Jevons runs off and he's not seen, right. But then the other boy is like, "You've got to get away from here." So this is the one in the biker jacket, isn't it? So he's like a dodgy, a bit punky, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
K9 has shot him and stunned him. And then the Bradley or whatever he's called, the cousin or nephew of Sarah Jane, has tied him up, but then he manages to get away. But then K9 chases Colin Jevons out into the plant nursery.
Yeah, who thinks he's now a demon dog.
Yes. Yeah. And then sees, and then K9 is like kind of put, what's the word? Not scared, kind of, alarmed by a garden gnome, and then knocks over a load of wood.
Yeah, I'm sure that knocking that over was a mistake, and we say have to right into it. We ended up smashing.
Yeah.
And then that breaks a load of greenhouses, and then we have an investigation in the morning, don't we? Where the man who's played by Bill Fraser says, "Oh, there's at least £500 worth of damage here." And I thought, oh my God, imagine something only being £500 of damage now. Like you'd be like, oh, whatever, 500 quid. Like,
well, whilst this is all happening, Sarah Jane is at a party, which looks like a party from a Two Ronnie sketch.
Yeah, which we must discuss. Have you two watched
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
What did you think, Cleves?
So we should say we're talking about the Two Ronnies Christmas special from the year after this, 1982.
Yes, 1982.
Which 25% of is a long, almost like mini film.
Yeah,
about Big Ronnie is forgotten to bring a Christmas tree home.
Yes.
And it's rightly being chastised by his wife for not doing it. And he thinks it's like, oh, but I was at the party. Oh, now I'm going to have to go out and get my bloody daughter a Christmas tree on Christmas Eve.
It's Scrooge remounted as Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy,
and E.T.
made by the BBC, isn't it?
Yeah, and looks very, very much like Extro in its production values.
So we can't discuss it anymore until James has seen it. I think you'll have to watch it, James. See what you think.
All right.
There's a time traveling Jaguar XJ6 in it. It's so weird, and it makes me think of those specials that the two Ronnies did in the 80s, where you'd get all the usual sketches, but then you'd get this one sketch which would look really expensive, and you'd just be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And I used to find it really debilitating and scary, that like the one they did when Ronnie Corbett is Pinocchio, which is absolutely horrifying. It's horrifying. It's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. And you just be like, this is no other comedians or no other comedies did this, where they were like, we're just going to insert this thing into a Christmas special. And it's like the weirdest thing you've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, I was trying to find out who wrote it.
Oh, yes.
And I think it might be David Renwick who did.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's very him,
One
isn't
Foot in
it?
the Grave.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's very him.
So let's reconvene for that. Maybe we'll do that on the Patreon. So
that's a New Year's special.
So if you want to hear us talk about a sketch from the 1982 Ronnies, give us £3 and you can go and listen to it on the Patreon.
1982 Ronnies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very good.
Yes.
The whole thing is on YouTube, apart from David Essex's appearance, which they cut out for some reason.
Oh, he does Only a Winter's Tale.
Yeah.
Only a winter's tale, just another winter's tale. Where he does full, like, weird Bowie kind of crooning, doesn't he? Just a winter's tale.
King of the Gypsies.
King of the Gypsies.
Well, speaking of which, there's a reference to a gypsy in a minute.
Yeah. Yes!
Which I've put.
That was a strange.
You can get away with this.
That's
now.
an odd line, isn't it? That is a really odd line.
Yes, because after the attack, they ask our downed schoolboy, who attacks you? And he said, oh, he's quite a dark-looking boy. He looks a bit like a gypsy.
Yes.
And I thought, oh, you wouldn't be allowed to have that now,
you can't
BBC.
have that. You can't have
I'm
that.
amazed that this episode on the iPlayer didn't come with a
beep.
This episode was filmed in a different time. And reflects the attitudes of that era.
Yes. the era of Satanism. At this point, when the house has been broken into, and I think she rings Bill Fraser, he's like, oh, let's just lock all the doors and you can go to bed. It's like, no, call the police.
Yeah, someone broke in here.
Someone has literally broken into your house. This is very odd behaviour.
There was a nice little transition. They go into the fireplace and that the way flames sort of burn on these old video cameras from that time of the BBC. That is something which it sort of is really nostalgic to me. The way that it sort of like goes a bit green because it sort of like overexposes the cameras.
It's like a flare effect, isn't it? Yes. I did notice with this that some of it's film, some of it's video in the studio, and then some of it's OB video, which is quite a weird mix.
Mm-hmm.
That they've obviously done some stuff on film that maybe they couldn't do on video outdoors at night. I'm not sure. Yeah. It's quite a strange vibe, which really dates it to like 1981. It's like an episode of Bergerac. It's like, we can do this with the technology, but we can't do this yet.
Okay, so we're so far about halfway through.
Yes.
Do you think the kids are gripped?
I was about to say, it's so lo-fi, it's so low energy, it's incredible.
Yeah, and not child friendly at all.
Well, it's not Doctor Who at all, is it? Which I find quite interesting that they've gone for. The nearest Doctor Who I can think to it is The Stones of Blood, which is probably one we should cover, which is heralded as a classic Tom Baker story. That's got K9 in it, and that's got kind of witchcraft and stuff as well. But it's to do with aliens, whereas this is just... Well...
What are the Satanists trying to do?
Yes. For me, the main issue with this, as we kind of propel through the narrative, which is very brief in 50 minutes, is that they're talking about this Hecate
God
or
Grand
demon or witch.
Traditionally the Grand Witch.
Yes, and then so they're trying to do stuff to kind of... It's to do with crops and stuff like that, is it?
And that's the soil.
Yes, okay, yeah, right.
That's the soil.
The boy keeps trying to suggest that they use science in order to help with their crop yield and using some of like K9's sort of soil analysis stuff. And every time he does it, he gets cut down. It's not about science, boy.
The soil over there, the pH is 6. The soil over there, the pH is 4. The soil over there, the pH is 9.
It's not science. It's experience.
It's gardening.
Let's face it, it's a good job he didn't try that on Summer Isle, really, didn't he? Because, I imagine he was a virgin, and him turning up telling Big Chris Lee to sort his crops out with science.
Yeah, but he would have been saved by K9.
I was going to say, it would have been a very different story if K9 was involved.
He'd have been like, fuck off, Christopher Lee. You're only doing this for the money. You've got a stupid wig on.
This is one of the greatest pieces of work he ever did.
Got
to use his amazing baritone voice.
It's a bloody musical. So my main issue with it, and I don't know if this is down to pacing or it's not very long, is that you don't find out. The reveal isn't, witchcraft doesn't exist. These people are just middle-class people pissing about.
Yes.
Or witchcraft does exist, and now...
Sleep well, kids.
Yeah. Cut to a year later where, like, everyone's dead, skeletons on the floor, and there's no crops in the field or anything. So there's no... The reveal is just them being revealed, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Sorry to give spoilers away. But there is no kind of moral guidance as to, what the actual deal is with witchcraft or not witchcraft.
Are they going to sacrifice the undead?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I've written yokels, human sacrifice, and then you've got the dead policeman as well, don't forget. So one of the police is in on it, and then Sarah Jane's driving along and she finds his dead body. He's died from shock. And then Sarah Jane gets a big shock as well. And there's a goat on the loose. I've lived in the countryside for an awful long time in my younger days, and I never saw a loose goat. But neither did I see a dead policeman, though. So that's, swings and roundabouts.
You do know the sounds. You do know the sounds of rat mates.
Yeah, I do.
Come on, you're a
little bastards. So the son of Colin Jevons is being kind of taken into the fold, isn't he?
Yeah,
yes, he's being inducted.
And he's wearing a really saucy little number.
And he gets his feet kissed or licked or something.
It's really strange that he's wearing basically a mini dress with slits right up the side, which show that he's not wearing any kind of thong, a sacrificial thong or anything. And I was like, this was going out fucking 6 o'clock on an afternoon. And then later on, Sarah Jane's cousin is wearing the same outfit as well.
And there's a bit where Sarah Jane's driving along with her driving gloves, with K9 in the back. A tractor is sort of pushed out in front of her. Great bit of stunt driving.
And she's like, are people trying to kill me? And he's like, possibly mistress or something like that.
Yeah.
But that has no
bearing on the story at all.
And then do we know later on that this miscreant farmer has been arrested and done for trying to kill Sarah Jane Smith?
Well, I had to suggest that the feeling was that like K9 kills most of them. Because if I say the big climax is that K9 turns up and just starts shooting.
Blasts them away.
That kills everyone.
Fuck the mistress.
Die.
So there's a race now. They've got to.
She works out with K9's help, Cleves. Let's stick to the script.
Yes.
She shows him a map, and he works out that the witches need to be doing stuff within sacred ground because it magnifies their power or something. So K9 scans a map and he says where all the places are, but then he points out that they've only got till midnight on the day they're on, because the next day, which is the solstice, starts at midnight.
Yes.
Stupid Sarah Jane. So at this point, I've written fucking witchcraft Tories, because I was convinced that it was the couple, the fruity couple, that you've seen all the way through, the woman at the start who was friends with Aunt Lavinia. So, and they're the ones who are kind of patronising Sarah Jane, aren't they? And they're saying, "Oh, you must have dreamt it, darling. Go and lie down and all that." So I was like, "Fucking witchcraft Tories," and then it turns out it's not even them.
No, it's the postmistress. You find out after, like you said, James K9 turns up and just starts blasting everyone.
Yes, but they're only stunned. They're not dead. I don't think he's on
I don't know, John, because where he misses, it makes explosions on the walls.
Yes,
so
there is that.
That is not.
My read on it was that he'd killed them.
No, they're not dead. They're not dead. I don't think K9's a killer, guys.
Dangerous should be on the dangerous dog register.
So then, Sarah Jane goes over and she unveiled the postmistress and TV's Bill Fraser. And I genuinely was shocked to see that he was one of the baddies. So, and then what happens then? They go back to...
go back and have a drink.
Does she ring up her aunt then, or does the aunt turn up?
Calls up, yes.
Yes.
That's a chap to her from America. And,
Aunt Lavinia looks like a really cool old lesbian that would just be like... a bit like the artist Maggie Hamlin, who you'd just be like, oh my God, I want to spend all my time with this woman. Like... all she does is drink neat whiskey for breakfast and then smoke like 60 fags a day and stuff.
And then K9's got some tinsel on his head.
And that bit brought tears to my eyes when he's trying to sing a hymn, carol. Bless him. It's so good.
You wish we a merry... No, reject. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
But we, as Merry Band, we are testament to watching TV like this as kids, aren't we?
Hasn't fucked us up out of it.
No, I don't think it has. It's given us imaginations.
I think it's going to be interesting now with the scores, because we got John who cried twice looking at K9, and James who K9 has got no emotional draw through whatsoever. So
yes,
apart from John's.
Think about this very carefully, James.
Well, as I said, I'm going to put on my hat of saying that I think it's actually quite an interesting historical curio.
Yes, it is.
In that, as I said, it's somebody there who, in the writing department, has either sort of tapped into that whole kind of satanic panic, witches are afoot, dark energies, but at the same time, our ongoing themes on this podcast, like folk horror. It's got a weird folk horror vibe to it.
Massively,
as well.
Yeah, it's...
And as I say, I did really, really enjoy the fact that like the soil samples were a core part of the story, which is what all kids want to see.
Yeah.
So I will score it a 2.
Oh, that's higher than I thought it was going to get.
That's that. There you go.
Yeah.
A non-Whovian 2.
I'm going to give it a 2 as well, because I just think it...
You two are Craig Revel Hallwood, and I am Anton.
Sorry.
I just think, of all the things they could have done for a K9 Sarah Jane Smith spin-off, this is such a fucking bizarre left turn to do with it.
What's wrong with that? What did you want?
But I don't think, if this was meant to be a pilot of like what we're going to do with this series, this is like, where, like we said, where would you go with this now?
Yes, that's what I want to know, is where they would go after this.
Okay, it's like, let's establish that they're in the middle of fucking nowhere in a very, very small community. So
they're near Cirencester.
Near Chipping Norton.
Yeah.
They said
Chipping Norton and Cirencester get a mention.
But what stories are they going to come up next?
Well, there's a lovely fan vault ceiling they can go and see in Cirencester in the Abbey there or whatever.
But when you see Sarah Jane and K9 in the Five Doctors, isn't she looks like she's in Bristol or somewhere?
Yeah, she's back in Findine then, in London. She's got a weird outfit on. Like, she's got some lovely outfits on here, but in the Five Doctors, she's got like a see-through mac on, which is just the shittest outfit.
So I'm going to give it John.
I'm going to give it a 3.5 quite easily, because I think it was a hoot. I think it's very entertaining. I think the fucking title sequence is worth a 5 on its own. I think the music, the Peter Howell... Is it Peter Howell? He's not the one from Bread, is he? The Peter Howell music is worth 5. I think the pacing and stuff is a bit weird. It is very Terence Dudley, as you mentioned, the writer who did, I think, 4 to Doomsday for the first Doctor. I might be totally wrong about that. But I'll give it a 3.5. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he did Survivors New Watch, and I can feel that in this.
Yeah, he did the later Survivors, where it was all about, like, growing veg and
again, soil samples again.
Yeah. All that kind of stuff. Quite ahead of its time. I think this is massively ahead of its time. If this was made now and it was to do with folk horror and stuff now, and this was on BBC One, imagine how much people would love this now compared to the shit. As we did with the last episode, we're not going to do it again, read out the schedule for BBC One to, on Christmas Day this year, which is
already in the past by the time this comes out.
Oh, of course, yes. But, well, imagine if this was on at Christmas now, people would love it. People would be like, oh my God, this is something so fresh. This is something so new.
Yeah. But I think it just shows how important Liz Sladen was to Doctor Who, that they kept trying to bring her back into it.
3.5. It's great. It makes me sad they didn't make another series. I really like Aunt Lavinia. I think she could. I just think they could have done more over 2 episodes. And there's a lot here they could have made.
But it's just strange again. It's
very rushed, but also it feels like it lags a bit. So I think if they'd had more time with it, they could have done more to fill out a lot of the characterization.
But for a kids program, they filled it all with mainly characters 50 plus.
Yeah.
And the only children in it are children who talk like adults.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's one guy and you don't see him for about 20 minutes because he's been kidnapped. Very strange.
K9 is out of it for a long period as well. My one note says, oh my God, K9 is in this. I forgot.
Yeah.
They probably couldn't get him to work. That's what I remember from reading various Doctor Who books in the past, is that any slight bump or door frame or anything he had to go over, he would just stop working and break down, and then they couldn't use him for the rest of the story. And then they just have to write him out and say, there was one story where I think they said he got laryngitis. Do you want to know the stories about when I met K9?
Yeah.
So I think I might have told this story before on the poddy, but in 1992 or 93, I can't remember which, the launch of Shada on VHS, Tom Baker did a personal appearance in the Royal Show.
Yes, we've talked. Yes,
which was an agricultural show in the Stoneleigh showground in Warwickshire, which is long gone now. So I went to that with my mother. We heard it advertised on local radio. Big shout out again to local radio, James. Oh no, you were talking about local newspapers, weren't you, James? The minutiae of stuff that's available on local radio. And met Tom Baker, TV's Tom Baker, in a very famous pinstripe double-breasted suit that he wore to every press opportunity for about 15 years, from about 1980 to about 1995. But also there, I met Matt Irvin, who is the designer and builder of K9, and I met K9
himself,
which was mental. Not know what to expect. We went there to
was he moving or just stuff?
Yeah. He came out.
Whoa.
And he did stuff in his ears. You didn't hear a voice because obviously John Leeson wasn't there. But then I got to meet him backstage and I took a few photos of him. And it was.
Did he come? Did he emerge from dry ice, John, as well? Is that what
he didn't.
Was that
But it was the actual TV prop, because I don't think there's many of the TV prop.
No, there can't be.
I think that at that point there was only 2 or 3.
I like to think that there were some satists at that horticultural show who were doing some kind of magic in order to win the Big Marrow competition.
Yes.
And Tom Baker and K9 took them down at some point.
Them. Yeah. So it was amazing. There was also a guy there whose name I can't remember now, who was quite a famous BBC comedy actor from the 60s and 70s, Hugh something, who my mother was quite excited to see. Cause
Hugh John?
I can't, maybe something like... He had a flat cap on and an overcoat. And I was like, who the hell is this? But it was bizarre because the BBC would bring in these people to the Royal Show as a big event that would get 100,000 visitors over the summer in the 90s. And now it's not even on anymore, which I find is absolutely mental. So out of tonight's episode, I've met Liz Sladen, K9.
Right.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've met any of the others, but I've met the 2 titular stars.
No.
That's a pretty good hit rate, John.
Bizarre, yeah, again. Just saying, like, what a weird life I've had to be, like, not even think about going to somewhere and then ending up to meet K9 and...
We should try and arrange that so you come down to the Dorset show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I still love an agriculture... Because we have the Royal Welsh show, which is amazing. But there's nothing... I don't think there's anything similar in England now.
Dorset show is normally the first weekend in September.
Nice, okay.
It's in the bottom it's in the field at the bottom of where I live, so yeah.
Yes.
Come on down.
Nice. Yeah, we should definitely go to that.
It's massive.
Come on down, we need to sacrifice an outsider.
Yeah. I felt really bad. It was my friend a couple of years ago. Yes. He entered all the kids' craft events as an adult. But and he made me go and for a joke he wanted to try and win all the kids' craft events by doing and he made up that he was like 8 years old or something, and he made me go and take them down there to enter, and I just felt really like awful that all these kids are going to be losing because he won rosettes.
And did that happen, please?
He did win. He did win.
You're joking.
So this is like a morality play. I was like, you didn't throw them into the...
This is Shakespearean.
Yeah.
I just like, not funny, David. Why are you doing it?
Very good. Very good.
Okay, well,
nice one.
That's it. That's done for 2025.
Hooray. Why are you joking?
You know,
is that true?
Yeah.
How did we start the year, Cleves?
Well, what episode?
Let's do a very quick resume of how we started. What did we do this year? Because I always like that kind of thing, looking back over the year.
We need Paul Hardcastle's The Wizards, which was for our generation. That was top of the box's chart music.
Yes, definitely. The Wizard.
I mean, okay, so we started
with
on January the 25th.
Yeah.
We did the Gorgon.
Did we really?
Yeah. Wow. Blimey, that feels a long
time ago. Yeah. Oh God.
Which has got a picture of Gordon Kay on the cover.
Great.
I enjoyed that one.
We followed that up with the Lyndhurst collection, which was us thinking about Nicholas Lyndhurst, and
this is where my new booklet began.
Yeah, no way.
My new note-taking booklet.
That was the 21st of February. Then the 22nd of March, we did the Hands of the Ripper.
Oh, that was quite a rough one, wasn't it? I remember now thinking that I liked it when I watched it back in the noughties, but for this I just thought a lot of it was quite rough. But then the last 30 minutes I remember thinking was like pure cinema when he like falls from the whispering gallery of the thingy.
It's when Hammer started getting a bit like
ropey,
booby.
I've put Nurse Gladys Emanuel Claxon and a Victorian tram, and a pub called the Crown and Trumpet.
She comes out with pins in her eyes, doesn't she?
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Then we did in April 26th the Creeping. The 26th of April. The Creeping Flesh, which I really enjoyed that.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
First and only so far Tygon production.
Yeah.
Then we did Doom Watch in May 24th.
Oh, yeah.
The Rats.
Yeah.
The Rat one, yeah.
Yeah, great.
And Survivors.
And then we did, next it was 28 weeks later.
We
did stuff out of order back then.
I really enjoyed that one, and you two didn't enjoy that one so much, did you?
No.
I thought it looked great shot on film. There were massive plot holes in it, but I thought it was a really good film.
Yeah. And then we did, then Survivors released on the 12th of July.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And we did two in July. And then we did Taste the Blood of Dracula. Then we did Event Horizon. It was just me and James on that one on August the 30th, but John did quite a few voicemails, so he did.
That's when John was mega busy.
Yeah, yes. He just talked. He did send us voicemails about the trailer.
Yeah. Yes. God, that was. I just couldn't face watching it, and I just had too much to do, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, Plague of the Zombies was done on September the 27th.
I knew we'd done that this year.
Yeah. That was good. Yes. That was a good one.
Well, that was a high scorer, wasn't it? Zombie.
Flash Gordon came out on the 1st and the 8th of November. We did a two-part Flash Gordon.
Two-parter.
So all that stuff at the beginning just felt like years ago.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Then Psychomania. And,
great film.
The Ice House.
One of my favourites.
Great.
Oh, there we are. Wow,
Yeah.
that's quite a varied bunch of stuff, isn't it? Yeah.
Right, so Happy New Year, everyone. And
Right, said Fred.
Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us this year. And we really look forward to, hopefully, carrying on again in 2026, the space year 2026.
Yes.
And,
have a great Happy New Year, everyone. And looking forward to more ridiculous twaddle with you into 2026.
See you in those sequestered places.
Yes.
Where you turn to look behind you and you see some fiend.
Okay.
Love, light and peace.
Yes. Happy day. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to The General Witchfinders. Support the show and continue the conversation at patreon.com/General Witchfinders. Subscribe and spread the word at generalwitchfinders.com. Farewell, and don't have nightmares.
A new series of Doctor Who begins next week with Peter Davison as the Doctor facing the dangers of Event 1, next Monday at 6:55.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states. This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states.
Engines rev, are you listening? It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days. where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of happy Honda days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda Wonderland.
Contact your local Washington area Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.